Are you serious?
This is How to Kill an Hour. I'm Marcus Bronzy.
And I'm Funk Butcher.
There are many ways to kill an hour, but right now you're killing one with us.
Lucky people. You can listen to us via the Apple Podcast app for iPhone, iTunes and Apple computers, via Acast, which works on Android, iPhone and pretty much works with every phone out there. Hello to Matthew Harmon, Saint Badon, Oda Keane and Luke Wilson. That's some cool names in there, boy.
Yeah,
Badon.
Luke Wilson, no offense, it's not really standing out of the names, but Bad Home and Oda Keane.
Badon.
Sounds like names of Frank Ocean tracks. That's what they sound like. Yes, thank you very much for all of your love. Don't forget you can give us a rating and review on iTunes as well. We've put a link in the description of the show to make it super easy for you to do. It says, want to give us a rating and review? Click right here. It helps us to get to more ears, basically. Also, if you want to show us a bit of extra love, you can become a patron of the show. Support us for like the cost of buying like a bar of chocolate. In return, we'll give you bonus content, early releases of episodes as thanks, and give you like the heads up on some sick giveaways that we like to do as well. To do that, all you have to do is go to howtokillanhour.com/thanks. Funk, you've had a busy week, bro.
Yeah, busy week. Busy.
Where have you been? I saw a picture of you in the woods DJing.
Yeah,
please, can you explain yourself?
I was getting my revenant on. I was fighting bears in the woods. Yeah, fighting. Yeah, I did. I put up a better fight than Leonardo DiCaprio. I didn't let that bear take me, boy. So no, I was in the woods with my brother Trim. Trim's got his album out on 1-800, and he was just kind of doing the rounds, going a few last minute festival gigs and just doing the back end promo of it, because the album came out on the kind of the back end of the festival season, but it's done so well. It's kind of like a collaborative piece of 1-800, which is a label fronted by James Blake, and James Blake produces a track on the album along with Dan Flo, Airhead and a whole host of 1-800 Familia, and Trim is the figurehead of the album. So he's DJ on the course of the dates, and we went to this, like, it was this really kind of off the beaten track kind of venue, literally in the woods. I mean, I know the festival's called In the Woods, and I should have expected as such, but I didn't think it would be literally in the woods. I mean, on the way there, you're driving down these country roads somewhere in Kent. You know you're in trouble, yeah, when you go from 4G to 3G, was it to GPS, and then it goes to no service. And just like, oh shit, we in the woods now, baby. Yeah, so we driving down these country roads, getting there, and literally like the roads were like only one car could fit down there, but the roads were kind of like two-way roads. So if anything, if a tractor was coming down or a gang of sheep, yeah, we might have to just get, like move to the side, move into the bushes, man.
Shit. So you're in the proper country then?
Yeah, the proper woods, but it was amazing. Like the turnout there was incredible, and yeah, we did our thing, like did a little impromptu gig, and we were just kind of vibing off each other, playing some grime down there in the woods and whatnot. Yeah, and the crowd were loving it.
So was it like a performance set type thing, or did you freestyle a bit and just throw some other grime tunes in?
I think that's
Trim's originally a grime MC.
Yeah. So Trim's a grime MC, kind of like one of the pioneers, the founders of when the sound first started, some like probably looking at about 15, 16 years ago now.
Yeah.
And this had elements of a PA set. So he was performing tracks, but it had elements of what a live radio grime set would have sounded like. So there were moments where there were kind of like, we would kind of like completely stop the set and do a PA, but there was continuous mixes of grime back-to-back tracks, and he would be what we call barring, like which is just literally just kind of spitting lyrics over the grime instrumentals, which are kind of running at about 140 BPM. So yeah, that was the nature of the set, half an hour set, but we literally lifted the roof off the forest. If you can do that, can you lift the roof of the forest? Has the forest got a roof?
The birds flew away.
Yeah, lifted the leaves off the branches then.
Okay. Oh shit!
So that was the course of the weekend, and it literally, like, it knocked me for six. Like we actually stayed there for well into the night. There's like a bonfire there as well, kind of like marks the end of the festival, In the Woods festival, and then you have to kind of get ready to go again this weekend for Bestival, which is at Isle of Wight. And I've played at Isle of Wight festival before for Kiss, so this is the first time I would have been at Bestival, which I think is set up by Rob the Bank. Yeah, so
that's right.
yeah, that's going to be a good one, and we're going to be doing the same thing down there.
Sick. Did Trim do any of his trademark listen?
Yeah, he done all of that.
That's
Listen,
what Trim does. He's got a couple things. No, he's got a lot of things that he does, but that was my key smart. Heavy duty, baby. Heavy duty, baby. There's a hole in the floor.
It's like a crater.
Yeah, that was my key smart.
You know when Clark Kent landed on Earth? That's a.
Shout out to my key smart. More about that in last week's episode. So yeah, Trim does a few things that stand out to me, and one of them's listen.
Yeah.
I think he's probably got the record for saying listen for the longest amount of time. Listen. Yeah. And also, he's got the most amount of nicknames that any MC has ever had.
He's the alias Don.
The alias Don. So it's Trim, aka
Trimski, Taliban Trim,
Trimothy.
Yeah, Trimosaurus Rex.
Trimosaurus. A new one that I like, Prometheus. The list goes on.
When we was taking a picture with these guys that were proper really into their grime, man.
Yeah.
They were on it. They were like, they're probably on the Discogs buying up all the old vinyl. Yeah, they gave him a new one. They gave him Trim Shady. Oh,
you know what? I could see him using that. What did he say? Is he on it?
Yeah, he just laughed at that one. Yeah, he liked that one. I think that's going with the other collection of aliases.
But yeah, that's Trim. Wicked MC, man. Stuff's all over Spotify as well.
Yes.
And plus, there's a track on there that on Spotify, which has got a guy called Funk Butcher spitting some bars on it as well.
Yeah,
I think.
Yeah,
maybe. So it's sick, man. So that's what else have you been up to, bro?
Aside from that, literally just building new stuff because Trim has got an album. Another album after the album, so this album has been in the pipeline for some time now. This one is called Crisis, so if you're a follower of Trim, he kind of says that phrase a lot, and this is kind of going to be a body of work that's going to be released soon. And yeah, so we're just kind of like building up to that. The tracks are already together, and we're just kind of like fine-tuning which ones are going to be part of the final products and whatnot. But aside from that, just making music in that aspect, just doing the regular music stuff.
Sick. I like that, man. I watched Jason Bourne between last show and this one.
Okay, yeah, go on.
Do you know what? I like the fact that me and Funk have such different opinions on films because, you know, you're getting a real deal. We're not just here creaming every frigging thing that we do on the show. Yeah, it's great.
This is coming from the heart, man.
Funk hated it. I was all right with it. All right. I get. Funk made some points in last week's episode. Which was, what was that called again? Opening my iTunes app, because that's the easiest way of finding out. Let me just go to the front page editor's choice section.
Hey,
just
shots fired.
Scroll down there.
Shots fired.
Look at that. Oh, we're on the front page editor's section. It was 55, Hard as Cheese. That was it. So not the last episode before this. Because this should be 57.
Listen,
Hard as cheese. So Funk said some things about it. Long story short, it wasn't really your cup of tea, was it? But with that being said, it's very hard to wrap that up, really, the whole lot. And they've wrapped it up now, haven't they? It's kind of the end, or maybe it's not.
I hope so. I hope so. Jason, born again Christian. I hope you don't come back with like on some religious tip. Yeah, because to be fair, the premise for this film was so loose. I don't even know how they squeezed the remnants of juice to make this film.
So you're literally saying that there wasn't that much squash left in the bottom of the bottle, and instead of filling it up halfway to like make a little spin-off half an episode or a Netflix special, they filled up the bottle of squash all the way to the top to share it round, and the squash that was Jason Bourne's final film was watered down.
It was just like you've ordered your glass of orange juice, but there's no juice in there. It's just the juicy bits, the bits of the orange.
So the ice has melted. You've had a half a glass of orange juice with loads of ice in it. The ice has melted, and that was the film.
Yeah,
disappointing. I liked it. I've got to say, I was watching it and I was tainted by your view. I was like, hey, this is gonna be whack. And then you're right. There's a couple of fight scenes where they should have drawn them out, because the best thing about Bourne films is that the fight scenes are intense, especially the one, I can't remember which film it was. He's in Brazil or something, and he has this fight scene that ends up in a shower.
That's
the best one I've seen.
Sick. It's one of the best fight scenes I've seen ever, and this film was lacking that. There's a couple of scenes Funk mentioned in the last film. I must say they're a little bit.
They're a bit ropey.
It's a bit easy. It's a bit easy for him to get through the situation. You wanted to see a bit more struggle. You wanted to see a broken man.
Yeah.
I get it. Anyway, you can listen to last week's episode if you want to hear more about that.
How did you rate it?
I'll give it a 3.5.
And how did you rate? Actually, how did you rate the fight choreography? Because it's some of the worst I've seen in Hollywood cinema.
It wasn't stand out like the other films.
No.
Like the whole thing about Jason Bourne is that they're gritty fight. They're real.
Yeah.
Like it's not like one punch. And move. That's how they're meant to be. And there's a few of those in this. There's a few situations where he walks in and fucks up people.
Yeah.
And you're like, oh, come on, like.
Yeah.
Let's make it a bit harder.
You see that fight scene you spoke about just before, that the standout one that you felt it's happened in Brazil.
Yeah.
It was that fight scene that actually pushed Jason Bourne in the conversation with James Bond in those kind of films.
Yes.
Like prior to that, it was just another kind of action film. When you saw him in that long drawn out fight scene, it's like, okay, we're getting to Bond status here kind of thing.
Where they're practicing that Krav Maga.
Yeah.
That's what it is. I love it. It sounds so intense, Krav Maga, but really what that means is you just pick up anything. A fan, a packet of mints.
Yeah.
Get me?
It's
Crush up the mints, blow it in their eye, punch them. Oh, shit. That's what it is all
It's
about.
basically what Jackie Chan's been doing all his whole career.
Yeah,
like using trolleys and books and...
I love it.
Hit you with a pillow.
He'll do stuff like punch you in the face, get some Vaseline out, pour it on the floor, let you slip on it, bust your head, walk away. Krav Maga. So is that what you've been doing to kill time this week? Yeah. Bro, I've been at it, you know. So much stuff I've been killing bits with. What do you want first, Funk? Do you want the happy side of my life?
Yeah, give me the happy.
All right,
happy,
cool.
happy, joy.
So happy, joy. Because of the game Vice that we've reviewed a few weeks ago, I have been getting in on my apps a little bit more.
Mm-hmm.
A couple of them have been playing with the game Vice. Like there's one called Stickman.
Listen.
Stickman Battlefields.
Okay.
Stickman Battlefields.
Yeah.
And basically it's another one of those Stickman games where you run around shooting up things. For me, it was just fun because I was using a control pad with it, but you can actually use it without the game Vice.
Okay.
So having a bit of fun with that. So you know what? All these games are free that I've been playing as well.
Okay.
And we'll put all of these in the show description so you can click on.
Freemium.
Yeah, freemium games. So basically it's great. You run around shooting up the place. Mm-hmm. You get weapon upgrades. You get quite interesting like foes. The game moves around. It's pretty cool.
And you can use this with the game Vice.
Yep, you can use it with the game Vice or without the game Vice.
They're extending their catalogue really nicely these days.
They are. You know what? They really are. They really are. And there's another one. Yeah, She Wants Me Dead. It's a story. And you know why I selected this game is it's got Evil Cat. Yeah, as the cover bit of artwork for this app. And I don't know about you, but some people have the feeling that cats are evil.
Yeah.
And this game's based around someone's cat trying to kill them. And you've got to avoid obstacles. But the reason I played it is
evil eyes come up as well when you open it.
Exactly. Like I believe cats are animals that are very, very clever. Because you're clever, I reckon that means you can be evil. I don't think dogs can be evil. Like, a dog can be angry and like bitey, but a cat, no, not so much.
There is that thing over history that dogs are supposed to be stupid, isn't it? And cats are supposed to be the clever, cunning ones.
I think dogs are a bit dopey. Yeah, I think cats are a bit sharper as well, innit? They can like, you know, they just roll around like meow. Hello. Both of these are like side scroller level games, very simple controls. This and a previous Stickman game as well. So I've been playing those, having a little bit of fun with those. They're just cool. They were just fun to kill some time with if you just want to just not worry about having to close the app quickly if something's happening. You're not going to be like, oh my gosh, I lost my save game. But on the other hand, after that, Lego Star Wars The Force Awakening.
Okay.
Oh my gosh. Yeah. I like Lego games.
Yeah.
Because if you don't know about like Lego Star Wars games and Lego Batman games and stuff, I don't know what cool deal Lego have done, but they're not like fake games. They're like, they've got all of the music. Yeah. They use all the same characters, but they're just Lego. So they're a little bit more PG. But I got totally pulled into this story.
Okay.
They kind of retell the Star Wars story, but with like a little bit of a Lego twist to it. So you get characters that are a bit more giggly and silly and stuff like that. Again, I use that with a game Vice. I'm not going to lie. You can use it without it as well. Thing I liked about the game was just level exploration as well. And you could be that little BB-8 little thing as well, you know, like that. You can character switch.
Yeah.
And he's pretty fun running around like zapping and electrocuting things. And you can like destroy bits of your environment in the game as well to collect extra little Lego pieces which act as coins. And the story for that is literally, you know, The Force Awakens. They draw a little bit away from the storyline. Sick game. Now, the next one, Funk.
Yeah, go on.
Did you ever watch a little film called Kung Fury?
Yeah.
On Netflix?
Yes.
One of the best ever.
Yeah. Amazing kind of crowd-funded film.
Yeah, that's another kind of 80s throwback, isn't it?
Yeah.
That film. Yeah. So there's a Kung Fury game, which is based on a Streets of Rage style game.
That makes a lot of sense.
And Streets of Rage, if you don't know what we're talking about, is a game that came before Street Fighter. Yeah, it was like a prerequisite to Street Fighter, but Street Fighter was one-on-one. That's what made Street Fighter 6. Streets of Rage was you and a co-op character walking along, punching up everybody on the streets. In fact, I don't even know if you could get a game that's that cool nowadays, because you used to walk down the streets and like flip off each other and punch people up.
Yeah.
You'd have bosses that were like fat people that would run after you, blowing fire out their mouths.
Yeah, and it was side-scrolling because at that time of the gaming industry, there was no 3D landscapes in games, so
there was nothing.
You only had to move left to right. You couldn't move back left. You just had to keep going right.
Yes, up. Yeah, you go up and down. Yeah, but once you went right a little bit, you couldn't backtrack on the level.
Yeah.
So if there was like if you were playing with co-op and somebody was really frustrated and you like had a power up or something and they walked too far to the right, you'd miss out on the power up. And the power ups were really basic then because the graphics were kind of shitty compared to now. So you have stuff like a whole roast turkey on a plate, an apple that's like half the size of your body that you'd have to go and pick up. They're pretty sick games. So Kung Fury has got like all of the original music from the film, original characters talking in it from the film as well. And Kung Fury is like a kind of homage to superhero films and kung fu films from like the 80s.
And I mean, if you don't know what we're talking about, Kung Fury is actually on Netflix.
Yes.
We'll go check it out and
you'll put a link to all of
incorporate that into your Netflix and chill schedule.
Yeah, it's one of those ones. Yeah, you don't really. I would Netflix and chill it though. Fuck. I wouldn't know. No, you're messing up people's dates there. Guy's gonna be like, Frank told me to put on Kung Fury. Gonna get me some pussy tonight. Gonna put that on. And the girl's gonna go, what the fuck is wrong with you? Don't listen to Funk, actually. No. The fuck? Funk, why are you doing that to people for, bro?
No, I had to do it, man.
Don't do that. That's like
it's worth it. It's worth when you see Kung Fu, you flip a car with a skateboard, man, you'll thank me for it later, man.
No, go for the Notebook. Yeah. Go for the Notebook. That's what I'm gonna say. Yeah. Get some tears up in there. Get emotionally open, both of you, and then you've connected. Kung Fury will not do anything for you. As well as that, there's another game called Flip Diving that I've been playing as well. Another free one.
Yep.
Simple game. Got to flip a guy, do a few spins, hit some coins on the way down, and get in the water. I thought it was going to be something that bored me, but no. I was on that game for 2 hours straight when I first got it, doing flips and belly flops. All of those games. One more that I've been playing as well. Yeah. One called Six with an exclamation mark. SIX exclamation mark. This is sick.
Yeah.
It's upside down Tetris.
I played that and got bored.
When Tetris, no, but it's like, but imagine, all right, it's upside down Tetris. So you've got a row of blocks that you get rid of. So the screen's full of blocks.
Yeah.
You can get rid of Tetris size things, so Tetris shapes, but you can hit any shape. Okay. So if I hit a shape that's like on the left, it's gonna like make everything sway like a Jenga block. You know, like Jenga when you take out cubes, it's like that. Yeah. But to make it even more interesting, you have a pentagon resting on top of your blocks. And as you take them away, you can't let your pentagon fall off the block. So you have to strategically move stuff. Sick. I thought this was a pile of shit,
Yeah.
Started playing it again. Lost about an hour on that as well. I definitely killed it out playing that. So that's all the appage that I've been on. Yeah. I need to clear some space off my phone. That's way too many apps, isn't it?
Do you know what
problem?
Do you know what app I've been getting into?
What?
Yeah, and it's only been kind of like coming to more prominence recently. Is an app called Waze.
Waze, yeah.
WAZE. And I think it's becoming more prominent because it relies on the contribution of other Waze users. So Waze is kind of like a basic interface that shows the traffic that's kind of going in your area, but how it is kind of a bit cutting edge and a bit more savvy than the other kind of map apps and traffic apps out there is that it relies on the other users on the road to update you as to where there's traffic jams right there and then. So it's kind of like live. If you're stuck in traffic and there's a Waze user sitting on the street, they can update that information to this database and everyone can contribute and say, yep, that person's not lying. There is traffic jam here. So this thing is becoming more prominent now because a lot more people were on it, kind of thing. Whereas I did hear about it a little while back, but obviously it still required more people to kind of contribute and validate the information that other people were putting on there. It's a bit like Wikipedia. I mean, Wikipedia, when it first started, okay, it's a library of information, but it started to get more strength and prominence when other people started to validate and say the information on this website is correct. Yeah. So Waze is kind of like, it's getting up there now. Now I'm checking the Waze and being like, okay, well, I won't take this Waze because
hey,
I won't use this Waze because there's traffic there, because however many users have said that as well. So
sick. Well,
yeah.
Let me let you in on something.
Go ahead, man.
Guess who acquired Waze?
Who acquired
Another popular map company. There's two answers to this.
Go on. Oh, you want me to guess?
Okay. If you guess one,
don't tell me it's Google. Oh my days. Waze?
so somebody at Google said exactly the same thing. I mean, with all that information and power. If we
so Google, extreme.
So yeah, apparently it's been acquired. So we will see.
The plot thickens.
We will see.
Yeah.
We will see. So yeah, that's it. A lot of apps I've been on this week. Have you got official data on this, Billy?
Okay, so Bill's just hit us up with some information right now. Brazilian government could ban Waze. Proposed legislation could make alerts of traffic, blitzes and radars illegal. What's going on in Brazil, man?
It's like they've got loads of gangsters on the streets and they want to hide from police. What's going on?
Maybe they don't want Waze to actually highlight how bad the road system is out there, because I guess if you are working for the government, it kind of highlights the fact that you're not doing your job properly. The fact that there isn't clear pathways and there's a lot of traffic jams and so forth. Waze is kind of like...
Well, let's be honest. You could just say there's loads of police here, innit?
Yeah.
There's instead of like an alert, you can have an alert like...
No, but there's different alerts on Waze. So there's an alert for police stops. There's an alert for like road closures. There's actually different symbols on the Waze app to kind of like let the drivers know, okay, so
if I was like a favela boss, I could be like, I don't want to take my cocaine.
So exactly. If you was actually a favela boss, like heading to the barrios, you can actually warn your little workers. You hit them with that little app with a little policeman. There's a little policeman app sign there, and that lets that person know that blockade is kind of like is because of police and not because of there's an anaconda in the street.
Sick. Because that happens.
Yeah, it happens.
I mean, if you're currently a favela boss and you're using Waze, please let us know. Get in contact. Billy@howtokillanhour.com. Who knows? You might be able to bring on the show. We've got voice disguising software. We'll modulate the shit out of your voice. Might need a translator as well, because I don't speak Brazilian.
Yeah,
I'd love to though.
Portuguese. Yeah,
I don't speak Portuguese. I'd love to though. So let's move on. Another thing I've been messing with is called it's a Mothka phone case. I'm going to hand it to Funk and let him see what he thinks of it.
Very
I got it for £8 off Amazon.
And this is called
a link in the show description. Mothka case.
Mothka phone case
by Mothka. It is the lowest profile phone case I've ever had, and
it's really nice.
All types of phones. Because I smashed my phone screen a few weeks ago. You won't know because you only listen to us, but the guys in here know. And I was reluctant to get a phone screen replaced.
Yeah.
Until I knew I was going to get some real protection for my phone. And this case manages to be one of the lowest profile cases I've ever had. Here you go, Bill, have a feel. But it also covers the front. Like, a lot of cases are bumpers that cover the edge of your phone.
Yeah.
This one actually covers the front sections of your phone. So all that's exposed is the screen and the button. And it also comes with this like really thick screen protector. So again, with the plastic you get that you just put on the phone screen.
Yeah.
This comes with like a thicker one that you can like, if that cracks, the phone screen will not crack itself. I was thinking it's a little bit lightweight. It's a bit, because it's so thin, it's going to protect the phone. I've dropped the phone a few times, picked it up, and the phone's been in great condition. The case is in great condition as well.
Okay. It does really sleek as well. I mean, I think you find with a lot of the phone case designs, it doesn't keep in the same kind of theme of the actual handsets.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I feel like that's quite stylish.
Yeah.
I think that's what has troubled me sometimes with a lot of phone case designers. You don't want to spend like, I don't know, offline about £700-800 for your phone, and you got some ugly phone case in it. This is really sleek.
Yeah, it just keeps you almost forget how sexy these phones are out the case.
Yeah.
And when I put this case on it, I was like, yeah, you know what, my phone's sexy.
Well, this is why I was against cases for a long time, because I'm like, I've got an iPhone. I want people to know. Yeah, raw dog, man.
Are you going raw now? Are you riding raw right now?
No, not now. Yeah,
okay.
Yeah,
cool.
now I got protection.
You got burnt.
Yeah,
you got burnt. Talk us through your raw dog days, though, please.
So
he was walking down the street.
Yeah, during my raw dog days, my phone was in the right state. I was going clinic every day. No, I'm joking.
Phone clinic
every day.
Hey.
Yeah, man. So we can't help you this time.
Yeah, but your phone will get battered though, didn't it?
Battered. But I feel like this is a nice compromise to let people know that you have an iPhone. And we can see it's an iPhone rather than see it's a Samsung 800 something.
Exactly.
It looks real blocky.
Exactly. And we're a day away from the big Apple announcement for the new iPhone 7. Is it going to be a 7? Is it going to be a 5 SE 6 5? We don't know. Rumor is it's going to be a 7. It's not going to have the jack. But
Jack,
I know that when I put my phone up for sale or when I trade it in, I'm going to get a good price for it. That's the sort of thing you got to think of when you get your phone nowadays. Is if I mash this phone up, when I go to trade it in, are they going to go £50? Or are they going to say, all right, we'll take £300 for it? Do you know what I mean? And that makes a difference. So at the moment, I'm riding with this case. My screen's protected. My phone is literally like the only exposed bits of my phone which you can see, which is like there's a tiny little hole which is for putting it on and taking it off. The flash and the camera for obvious reasons. And the holes that you plug stuff into and listen through. Like other than that, everything's really, really well protected. Sick. So that
what's the price point?
It was £8.
Nice.
I think I paid I think our delivery was free. Was it free?
Yeah,
delivery was free. It was a little. I think I bundled it up with something else. I bundled it up with something else that I can talk about next week because it hasn't come yet. It's like a new kind of adhesive thing. I mean, you mentioned it to me.
Yeah,
for chargers and stuff. Did you mention that to me last week?
Yes.
Yeah, I've ordered it, so we'll talk about that on next week's show. Wicked. Or when it comes, I'll have a go on it. So so I ordered that, and I think got free delivery because like £20 altogether. As well as that, I've been playing the Deus Ex.
Of course I know.
And Deus. Do you Deus like sex?
Deus Ex. Of course I know.
Deus Ex. We're never going to say it right on this show. So I'm playing a new game. Shout out to Square Enix, came through with a strong one. Graphically, the game looks sick.
I'm a big fan of Square. Obviously, they made Final Fantasy 7. So
yes. Sick, bro. They're sick, man. They are, and they've had quality titles over the year. Yeah, but I wasn't really a Deus kind of guy, so I didn't really know what to expect because I've not been that deep into the other games. So I thought, let me go online and do a little catch up. So I Googled it, checked out a few little catch ups on YouTube. Yeah. But the good thing about this game is once I put the game in and loaded it up, it gives you an option to catch up on the story as well. And because you were telling me you've seen the
so there's like
cutscene.
There's like a 10-minute cutscene. Yeah. Beautiful that CGI rendition of what has actually happened from the first game up until now. Yeah. So get your popcorn, get your drink. Nothing is like you can actually sit back for approximately about 9 minutes and watch what has happened with the main protagonist. And I don't want to give too much away, but this guy's been mashed up quite a bit. He's got a bone to pick with the system. Yeah, man. Like he's RoboCop amped up, really. RoboCop, but a bit cooler because RoboCop. He's got better shades, man. He's got better shades than
RoboCop. He's got better shades than Morpheus in the Matrix, and Morpheus in the Matrix at one point, everybody wanted shades that had no sides to them, no handles, they just clipped onto your nose. Everyone was like, oh my gosh.
I think obviously we're stepping into autumn season, so the sun's kind of disappearing now for the year, but I can anticipate like they've missed a trick here. They could have released some Deus Ex sunglasses.
But ones that actually screw into your face. That would be amazing. But yeah, so it's a great game. I think there were a lot of cutscenes. Yeah, I must say in the first few levels.
It's a very pretty game, isn't it?
It is a very pretty game. I mean, the protagonist Adam Johnson has, like you said, it's a very complex story with a lot of parallels to current political situations.
Yeah.
Yeah, they do lean into that. And it's as with many of these films that have games that are heavily narrated, I've got heavy narratives now. It's like a movie.
Yeah.
You're playing a movie. So it's very cutscene heavy.
Yeah.
For me, I like that. I like to chill. Game can do the work for me. I'm cool with that. And I'll do a few scenes here. If you don't like long cutscenes, you're going to have to stick with it for a while and get used to that length of cutscene, if I'm honest with you. Because that 9 minutes of start, I know some people say, fuck that, I'm playing the game.
Yeah.
I think it's worthwhile checking it out.
Yeah.
But yeah, graphics-wise, it looks sick. Gameplay, because it's the third game, is I don't know, I felt like it was smooth for me. It's not necessarily the type of game that would draw me in, but I had fun playing the first few levels. The AI is clever. So it's like that sort of, this game is different. It's kind of got elements of creeping, like Metal Gear sort of style stuff, like distracting people, throwing stuff, you know, running up and do those close melees and stuff to just finish people off. It's got like stealth elements to it as well, because he's got an augmented body, so he can do some shit humans can't do. And then if you want to play it like that, you can. You can even go non-lethal and just knock everyone out. But then if you want to just go in there gung-ho and start throwing grenades up in people's asses and blowing them up, bruv, it's sick. So I like the fact it gave me the choice for that. And also a very clever use of the PlayStation 4 controller. Like when you're getting conversation coming through, like on your microphone, you hear it coming through your PlayStation controller. So it sounds all like, yeah, you know, 10 forward, it's sick. So it's all of that sort of stuff. Like
The Division.
Yeah. Yeah, I get it, man. It's it makes full sense. Because I don't know the story, I wasn't as pulled in.
Yeah.
But I'm gonna stick with it. I'll stick with it. I'll play a bit more. I'm not gonna lie.
Do you feel the heavy narrative of the game makes it less of a game and more of like you have less actual control over what's actually happening? Like you're being presented with another marketing product. Because what I feel from playing games from Metal Gear, the most recent kind of generation of games, from Metal Gear Solid 5 to Uncharted 4 to The Division to Deus Ex, it seems that what they're trying to do is build an extension of the franchise which can lead into the film world, because now Uncharted 4 has obviously got a director. There's talks of Hideo Kojima, the director for Metal Gear Solid series, going into the film world and making, which is why they said that whole relationship broke up between him and Konami, is because he wanted to enter into films. And anyway, so it feels like this Deus Ex, when I watched that 10-minute cutscene, I was watching it thinking, this is going to become a film soon.
It's a film. And also, let's be honest, the film industry is not making as much money anymore. I'll tell you what industry is the biggest media industry in the world. Gaming. Yeah, so you got all these creatives that have got creative minds that made some of the best stories, that pulled people in to, you know, play Final Fantasy when the graphics were whack. Now you're telling me you got a studio that can make visually anything. But that's one thing about this game is visually, when you look at the characters, the renditions of their skin, their like, you'll see a character bite their lip at some point, like in an angry, I'm just like little things like that. You can have that now in a computer game. You can have movie style output,
which I love personally.
So you got all these creatives moving from an industry where there ain't any work, looking for work or finding work in an industry that's flourishing, there's loads of money in it, and you can be more creative than you've ever been. There's no limits. There's no, hang on, I don't know if Adam Jensen's character is really going to be cool with doing that. No, this motherfucker can get blown up, put together as many times as you want. So I think you hit the nail right on the head there, Funk. And I know that more and more people are getting into watching non-live action content, whether it's the Killing Joke, for example, or whether it's something like, you know, the Halo films, or other content out there as well that's just purely like CGI. So who knows, man? Who knows? But to sum that up, I mean, I give Deus Ex. You lose a point just because no one knows how to say it. Deus. I give it a strong 3. It's good. I wasn't disappointed. It's not really me per se, but if you're into that sort of game where you use a bit of stealth, you know, there's all those sexy bits of comm talk, and you're like, you know, you feel like you're taking on governments and pulling them down, whilst at the same time throwing out some pretty cool augmented reality moves, mechanically crazy. Bruv, he does like a 360 whirlwind punch. He fires out bullets and everybody's dead around. You want to do stuff like that, it's cool. What else was I going to say about it though?
I think for the creativity of the storyline, it has to be
deep.
up. It's up
Deep.
there, and that's why I'd be more swayed to kind of give it a 4 because I feel like creatively and narrative wise, I mean, the amount of Netflix shows that I'm consuming these days as well, I need to have something kind of like that pushes my mental capacity. So when you have a real meaty storyline like that you're finding in these games, I'm just like, oh yeah, okay, let me take my hat off to that, because it's so simplistic to have guy, you have to rescue a girl, you got to beat some baddies on the way, and tying in a little bit of intellectual kind of narrative in there, it's not gonna hurt. So in that aspect, I think I give Deus Ex, I give it a 4 out of 5.
Fair enough. But yeah, you know, it wasn't a disappointing 3.
Yeah,
it was a strong 3. Another thing I've been doing is my boy came over from the States and he had a little do. He's from here originally. He moved away and fell in love with a lovely lady from LA. As you do.
No dig at the UK babes, but
yeah. Hey, listen, no dig at the UK babes, but hey, yeah, they got Sun 24/7 out there. Yeah, it makes a difference.
It's like what's it called? Coming to America, boy. He had to leave Zamunda to find his wife, boy. It happens.
And also, you know, being a Brit out there, I must say, and this is a big sweeping generalization, but you know, we're getting a lot of love out there.
I love your accent.
Shout out to man like Daniel Radcliffe, put the work in early for us as Harry Potter. Shout out to man like Idris Elba, putting his work in for us.
Everywhere.
You know, like they just...
Charlie Hunnam,
Tom Hiddleston, Hugh Laurie.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Doing their business out there, and everyone's eating off your work. Thank you very much. So... where was I going? Yeah, that was it. So he came over here and he had a little party, and I heard about this thing that Snapchat were doing. And if you're listening to this in 2017 onwards, this might not be exciting for you, but right now this is such a cool thing, right? So how do you monetize Snapchat? Yeah, how do you make it into something where you can advertise on? Snapchat have actually brought out something called Snapchat Geo.
Okay.
Where you can apply geo filters to a certain area that you created. So he had a party in an area. I knew where it was.
Yeah.
I mapped out the area that I wanted the filter to be.
Yeah.
Design the filter with their templates. You can make your own filter if you've got a sick designer, but design a filter with their templates, send it to Snapchat.
Yeah.
And within one business day, they approved it. And you know what? For that you know what girls are like, guys are like with Snapchat when they're drunk. They were so happy. I said, happy, you know, welcome to England, giving them a little filter.
This makes so much sense. But a friend of mine got married recently, and there was a filter on all of his Snapchat pictures. I was thinking, how the hell did he do that?
Yeah, by location, you can, you know, we've seen Khalid's had his one, so they're experimenting with it. Yeah. But imagine the brand power now. So the festival that you were at was called
In the Woods.
And if there was a reception, because there wasn't, but if there was a reception, they kind of an In the Woods filter. Yeah. Everyone's snapping in the woods.
Okay, so just to clarify, so let's say you can set up a geographical
map,
peripheral, and any snap within that boundary has this filter on it. Yeah, that's incredible.
No, you have the choice to. Okay. So when you swipe left or right and you choose your filters, you'll see like, you know, the flowery leaf face that girls always do. Yeah. The one that makes you like you got dry lips. That one. You'll see all of those like the funny faces. When you get to the location-based ones like London or Scotland or LA or whatever. Yeah. If you're in this, like for example, this was like 30,000 square foot. If you're in that 30,000 square foot area,
is that the limitation?
The limitations. Okay. Yeah. So this isn't like UK wide. Okay. Cost me an arm and a leg. Yeah. But yeah, I think it's sick. So like you can have...
But I like that. I like the fact that there's the limitation of the kind of like the 30,000 square feet and the geographical kind of like borders, because you don't want people saying they were there at your party and they weren't there.
Exactly.
You liar. You wasn't there, man. Oh, yeah. But they're using your filter.
Where was the filter though? Where was the filter?
I was going to say make one for How to Kill an Hour. I've gone on the guidelines for Snapchat. Yeah. No logos.
No logos.
Oh, Snapchat. That's probably coming though.
Do you know what?
In 2017, when we do this, it'll probably be there.
Yeah, soon. It'll be like Coca-Cola sponsored whole countries of Snapchat. But you know what though? To make it easy for me, I just use their templates. Made a simple design and went with it. So that's Snapchat Geo.
This is going to put a lot of wedding photographers out of business, man. Because like the one that I saw on the weekend was at a wedding.
Yeah.
So it had like the couple that got married. They had their power name.
Yeah.
Like at the footer of the filter.
That's
and then it's just like wedding photographers, man. You've got up your game. Like Snapchat are killing you. Hello magazine. They're gonna.
Hello. It's gonna
hello.
be like, hello.
Hello. Hello. Hello magazine.
I know someone at a wedding, and what they did was they said we ain't gonna do. Actually, no. You know what? My boy's doing that. I got a wedding I'm going to next year. My boys said.
Yeah.
Instead of having a professional photographer, they said they'll have one, whatever. They said he's going to make a Facebook group.
Yeah.
Everyone upload their pictures.
Yeah.
And he's going to put them all on an album on Facebook.
Yeah.
So they're going to be there forever. Yeah. Whenever anyone wants to see his photos, guess how easy it is? It's the internet. You go on the internet, it's done. Boom. A little Facebook group.
Yeah.
It's happy with that. I'm like, you know what? That's what we should be using that sort of social media.
The lads' holiday.
No, hey. Hey, that's but
a Snapchat filter for lads' holidays or stag do's or hen do's.
No, fuck no. I'm uncomfortable now. I need to sip some of this. Sip some water. Sip some of my fizzy water. Skepta, Graham MC Skepta's got me off. Got me not liking this.
Bubbles in your mouth.
Is that what he's...
Pause.
What did he say again about sparkling water?
I don't know. I have to find the actual tweet, but he said it's a bit uncouth for a man to like bubbles in his mouth.
I like these bubbles though. These bubbles good. Oh man, shout out to Skepta, another sick MC. We got some great MCs out here at the moment, man. The world's knowing it as well. That's what I like.
Yep.
So that's it. Yeah, the Snapchat Geo filter. Don't use it on your lad's holiday. Frank, why are you trying to do? You just like mayhem.
I love it.
You know what they talk about? Illuminati, and do sex.
I love it.
These guys that love controlling the world by knocking over a domino here and there.
Yeah.
Frank's just doing that. You're an instigator. He's like, go on holiday, and Snapchat everything. Nothing will happen.
Yeah, man.
Frank's the sort of guy. I'm like, Frank, I'm going on holiday. I'm thinking of just not taking any pictures on holiday. And Frank's the kind of guy that'll go, nah, man, snap that shit. Show your girl that you don't have to bow down to no one. Snap that in the Go-Go Club. Go to the Go-Go Club, snap it. Don't even put it on your story. Send it to your girl straight away on Snapchat.
There's an element of megalomaniac in my personality. Yeah, I love to see the mayhem. I'm the Black Lex Luthor. I'm just like there with my little bald head, like creating mayhem.
Yeah, look at you watching Kung Fury on the first day.
Watching Kung Fury on the first day. Lads' holidays on the Snapchat filter. Just causing pandemonium. Destroying relationships worldwide.
Fuck, you're terrible, man. So that's all my killer bits for this week, man.
Yeah. But Billy's been killing some bits, isn't it?
Killy, you've been killing some bits.
Billy bits.
Billy, how you been killing some bits this week?
I made a video of this as well. I think, are you going to put it up anywhere?
Yeah, you know what? We've already put it on our Patreon page, but we'll be putting this up on How to Kill an Hour. We should just put it out on the socials, innit?
Yeah.
Can we how long's the video?
About a minute and a half.
We can squeeze that on all social medias now.
On Twitter, yeah.
What about Insta? Get a minute now, innit?
Yeah.
You just have to cut the end off,
So we can
innit?
tease
Or part 1 and part 2.
Yeah, you can do.
See what I did there?
Hey.
Speed it up.
Well, basically...
Speed up the video.
Hey, I'm Billy. So yeah, Billy, what have you been messing with this week?
Thanks to Brett at BrickBook, I've got a MacBook case which you can add little tiny squares of logo to your MacBook and make the designs whatever you want.
Yeah.
It's a very different MacBook case. It's going to catch a few eyes because instead of just being a sticker, in the actual hard case, it's a plastic hard case you snap to your MacBook.
Yeah. But the difference is with this though, Bill, is that already I'm looking at this case when you've done nothing to it. And I'm like, this looks different to any sort of case. Mm. This is a case that is awakening the 4-year-old, 5-year-old, 6-year-old Bronzy. I want to play with your case. Why do I want to play with your case, Billy?
You can get it in grey, blue or clear. And this one's a grey one.
Yeah. Why do I want to play with your grey case, Billy?
Oh, why do you want to play with it? Sorry. Because you can put Lego on it. Why would you not want to?
So fucking sick, bruv. So sick. And like when you first got it, did it come with all the Lego? Did you get Lego bits with it, or did it?
Yeah, you get there's two different things you can get. You can get 100 little brick bags, got all different colours in them. So you can have 100 red or 100 black or 100 white or whatever.
Yeah, racist.
Or you can get something called...
See, there he's back. Lex. Fung just said, say he's racist. Say he's racist. Yeah, go on, sorry. Yeah, go on.
Or you can get design kits. So, for example, this one's an emoji kit.
Yeah.
You can get one for a cityscape or a bicycle or a donut.
Yeah. But you went for the emoji, though.
I didn't have a choice. They sent it to me.
Okay, cool. But Billy, we'll pretend for this one. So I'm going to leave this in, but we got just on.
So I killed a good 30 minutes for this.
So how long did it take you to put it together first time, honestly?
It's a minute and a half this video, isn't it?
About 30 or 40 minutes.
Yeah?
It was a time lapse, bro.
I was like, you did it. I thought Billy's got quick fingers.
If you watch the time lapse, I did get it wrong. One time I had to go back and take the bricks off.
You should have said a minute and a half. It took you half an hour to just put Lego together.
Yeah, man.
What was you like in school?
Exactly. Yeah. I was there building spaceships and stuff at school. Billy's just there.
I was slow in school.
He's trying to put the Lego, the bottom of the Legos together. You put him trying to stick the two flat bits together. No, Billy, you have to turn it over. No, yeah, go on. So you half an hour. You were with it. Does it come with instructions to make the emoji as well? Like there's like painting by numbers. Is it, or do you just have to freestyle it when you're putting it together?
It doesn't give like step 1, step 2, step 3. It's like you say, just pattern by numbers. You just have to count how many squares it is up and then just go just by eye.
Okay.
It did take me quite a while because it is a bit difficult to get the if you get it wrong, it's a bit difficult to get the Lego off. You like start breaking your nails.
Billy hasn't got his nails in today.
Yeah.
Okay.
He's acrylics.
Yeah, he got his acrylics on. No, Billy uses gels. He uses gels. He says it helps his nails grow underneath a bit better instead.
You cut your finger up, but there is ways to get it off, but I find it a bit difficult, so I would give it minus half a point.
But you know what? You saying that's a negative thing. That's a good thing, because what you don't want when you're slipping your case in and out of your bag is the Lego coming off.
Yeah.
It's hard-earned design that you spent a whole 30 minutes doing. You don't want it to come off. So I guess once it's on kind of thing. But if you really want to, you can take it off and redesign it. I got to be honest, Funk. Like, I'm looking at this brick book, which is, let's just be clear, it's a Lego case on the back of your book. Are we allowed to call it that or not?
It's called a brick book.
Got a brick book. Got a brick book where you can design a very specifically shaped set of plastic bits. But me and Funk looked at it straight away and just said, it looks different, man. Because everyone can get a vinyl print for their laptop and stuff like that, which looks sick. But I think this is just a different sort of look, man.
I can definitely see this taking off in the DJ world, because a lot of DJs that actually play out with their laptops, they want something on the front of their whatever, their MacBooks or whatever, their PC laptops, kind of displaying their brand. So if you say you can kind of design logos, whatever, DJ, blah blah blah, they can have that all over the front of their brick book.
Exactly. And everyone wants to stand out, so everyone's got these vinyls, and like DJing is you need branding, because if someone's enjoying themselves, they look at your laptop and see it and they go, hey, all right, cool, I'll book them next time.
Yeah, man, I can see Guetta using this, man.
Exactly.
When he's off the drugs.
There is
one more thing, Billy. Just because we're into all this retro stuff as well, I think this will work really, really well. Like, everyone loves Stranger Things right now, and everyone loves Throwback Thursdays, and this is such a throwback to being young.
Yeah.
And however old you are, you understand what this is kind of related to.
Because you know what I look at when I see this? Do you know what I see? I see Pac-Man. That's what I see. I see
if you had a load of yellow ones, you could make
do a Pac-Man one.
Yeah.
I'd probably do something really inappropriate. Boobs. Just boobs.
8-bit boobs.
8-bit boobs.
That's what it looks like. It's like 8-bit.
Yeah. Boobs or a rocket.
What is that? 2 eyes.
A flesh-coloured rocket. But yeah, Billy, what were you saying? Sorry.
There is also something that they can do. This company also produce brick wall tiles. So similar to this, but it's got like a double-sided adhesive that you peel off and you stick it to the wall. So if you've got kids and that, they'd be able to stick it on the wall and be able to just make different designs on their wall.
That is very cool for the kids' rooms.
I like that. And is it
stops them from drawing all over the walls? Put some bricks on.
I did that when I was a kid. I can tell you now, I don't know why I did it. I knew it was wrong. I just did it. It wasn't like I think actually this guy came up to me and told me, he said, yeah, draw on the walls. And I said, really? Should I draw on the walls? He said, yeah, draw on the walls, man. It'll be cool. In fact, he looked a little bit like you, Funk.
It was Funk Luther,
Funk
the
Luther when he was young.
megalomaniac.
Yeah. So you can stick this onto tiles on the wall, and you can use the BrickBook accessories with it. What's the price point, Billy?
I got $50.
$50. What's that English?
Probably about £50 these days after Brexit.
You can get it off Amazon.
£500. Yeah, go on.
It is available on Amazon.
Yeah.
Let's check the price for you.
And it's $50.
It's about £42.
About
Okay.
£42.
And then you have to be careful because it is only certain MacBooks that it can use.
Yeah.
Because Funk's and Marcus's MacBook, it didn't fit. So
All right.
because their MacBooks are too old.
All right. Listen, yeah. I gutted mine and rebooted it, yeah. My Mac works like a fucking powerhouse, mate.
I would like to see do one for their phones, for iPhones. I would
So
like
what
to
is
see
this?
one on the iPhone.
Oh, you know what? Good point, Funk. iPhone case?
Yeah, definitely.
I'd mess with
So
that.
iPhone,
BrickBook,
iPad.
there's an idea from How to Kill an Hour.
Yeah.
What if they took the stuff they use for tiles, the sticky stuff, and stuck it on a case? Simples.
Yeah, good idea.
I'll be on that. Yeah, I'd love a little mini BrickBook. Yeah, man. What you saying, Funk?
So say you should put it on your car. A brick car.
A brick car.
Yeah.
I'm on that. I am on that. And just to be clear, it's brick shapes that you're meant to put on this. Is that what I'm officially meant to say?
Yeah.
I'm not meant to say the other thing that I said.
Well, it says the Lego compatible MacBook.
Oh, it's Lego compatible.
So we
all right,
can
cool.
use
It's Lego compatible.
Yeah.
So you can
They put the trademark next to the Lego word. So
Okay,
yeah.
cool. So if you're
It's not
an
a Lego
adult,
with 2 Gs.
okay, it's not a Lego with 3 Gs.
No.
A Lego. So basically, you can buy the case, steal all your kids' Lego, and you're nice.
Yeah.
All right, sorted. What else is happening though, Bill?
I downloaded an app called Lumines. So if you had a PSP back in the day, Lumines was like a Tetris game. It's revolved around music. So that is basically all it is, just Tetris but with music. It does cost a bit of money,
Yeah.
£2.29. And it's a good time. I killed some time coming up here today.
And so, do you reckon you got your $2.99's worth out of it?
Is it £2.99? Is it £2.29?
$2.29 was it? Oh, $2.29. Did you get your $2.29's worth?
Yeah. I thought it was good. I mean, it's just as good as the old PSP game. So
Were you genuinely into it? Like, are you a Tetris kind of guy? Do you like Tetris-y games?
I think they work well on the iPhone. I think those sort of games like Candy Crush and like this Lumines game, it does work a lot easier on iPhone. You don't have to be there for like hours on end playing it. You can just play it for 10 minutes, then put it away.
Fair enough. Have we got? Can we listen to the sound of this, or is it? Let's get this. Does it sound cool?
It's kind of like,
Here you go. I got it. Hey,
Then
Is this
that's
it?
the PSP version.
listen. No, I can't do that. I can't do that. I would never do that.
That's very retro as well.
This is the iPhone one.
Oh wait.
The streets of Earth.
Hey,
That is real retro.
this gets.
I thought to start doing the worm.
I was getting down to that. That was really good.
The worm like Scotty Too Hotty
Oh my gosh.
from WWE.
This is the sort of music though that back in the day, Billy, when someone stepped on like your mum or dad's toe in a rave, yeah, and they wanted to have a dance off, yeah.
How come this isn't in that new Netflix series, The Get Down? This would fit right in.
Yes. Oh no.
So this is what the iPhone version gets.
Yeah.
Oh man. When does it get funky, Billy? I'm the funk butcher. I need the funk.
And
Hold it a bit closer to the mic. I need.
Okay, I can see. I can hear what's
sorry,
happening.
no,
I can hear what's happening as you're progressing through the levels. It's adding more funk.
As a connoisseur of funk. Now, Billy, could you start for a second? I just want to say that's compared to this. No, this is.
That's the,
Let's have your order again, please.
I think that's how they reward you
Hang on.
as you progress through the levels. You
you
get
sure though?
more funk. Yeah, because that level on that YouTube clip, you look like you're on level 100 there. Like Billy's on the basic diet level.
If I got rewarded with funk, I'd probably play it right. One more blast of this one.
Yeah, that's level 52. You see,
I just like the little.
hear the difference. That's level 52. This is Billy just starting it as just opening the app. This is what you get.
You know what? They should tease you with that at the start of the game, Oh my gosh. I think I'd actually dance to that.
And that's Luminez. That's 229 on the...
Sorry, yeah, that's 229. And everything that we said we wanted to kill a bit with, we'll put links to that in the show description. And we'll have blog posts up at howtokillanhour.com over the next few days where you can listen back to the show. And also we'll give you a little description and show you visuals where we can.
Before we go,
that was the funkiest
tune stuck in my head.
Yeah. So with that being said, there's plenty of ways to kill an hour out there.
And you just killed one with us.
Yeah, I've been Marcus Bronzy.
I've been Funk Butcher.
Yeah, don't forget, you can rate and review us. We put a link in the show description. Click that bitch. Yeah, tell us what you think of us. I dare ya. I dare ya. And also, one more thing, please, if you don't mind. Just tell one friend about us. Don't you have to go all crazy and tell everyone. Just pick out a friend that you think, hey, they need to find new ways to kill time.
Spread the good word.
They're down with the banter.
You're our apostles.
Get me? You're disciples.
Yeah.
Tell one person and get them on board. And if you do that, we're working on a pyramid scheme where there's some sort of payment. No pyramid scheme. Well, we'll just appreciate it. But yeah, we'll be back next week with another episode. I'm not going to lie. We've got, between us all, there's loads of stuff that we will be killing bits of time with.
Yeah.
So
apart from Narcos on Netflix, apart from that.
Yeah, I watched the first episode of the second season.
Don't tell me, man! Please! I've been trying to avoid people online in real life. Like, it's very hard, you know, with Netflix these days and the social media generation to avoid any spoilers. It's practically impossible, man. And you've
managed to avoid it?
I'm struggling, man. I'm struggling. I mean, I just kind of went online today and I saw that they're putting new clips for season 3 trailer. Because obviously now everyone's finished. They know that everyone's going to finish a series like Narcos or Stranger Things like within 48 hours kind of thing.
You know what though? Because we can lead on to this next week because I'll try again. I didn't watch the first season.
Yeah. Oh, you haven't?
Again, this is another thing of us. I think we've got quite polar likes when it comes to TV stuff.
Yeah.
When I heard about it, I was like, another one. I was like, and then so I got roped into what I got explained. Everyone explained what happened in the first season. Yeah. Because it's something that's based on factual things. I was kind of aware. So it wasn't like they're going to spoil the story. We all know what happens at the end.
Yeah.
I watched the first episode of the second season and I was like, can we watch something else?
Yeah. Do you know, I know that a lot of people were confused though, because at the time that it was launched, there was a Never Pablo Escobar kind of documentary series thing, which I feel like some people got confused and they thought that was Narcos kind of thing.
No. I just there was the Pablo Escobar dramatization, wasn't it? Yeah. No, I didn't see any of that, but I saw the first episode of this and I don't know, when you watched it all we'd talk about, but I was just like...
So you've seen the whole of the second season already?
Yeah, it just didn't have that, you know, that the unexpected flavour that we got from Stranger Things. Yeah. I don't feel like it has that. I like things to be shocking, like you put it on and go, oh shit, that was wicked. Okay. Yes, I put it on, I was like, I was just like, can we watch something else?
That's interesting, because the first episode of the first season is very shocking within the first, like, something happens within the first, like, 5 to 10 minutes.
Well, like violently shocking.
Yeah, violently shocking. So that actually draws you in.
That doesn't draw me in though now. Okay. Because I'm just like, all right, violence, right. Yeah. Like, what else can you bring to me? I don't know. I feel like I want something to come from the left and slap me. Like, oh shit.
I think they're all doing that. They're all doing that though with the opening of this series. The first episode of Stranger Things, it opens with that. The people getting grabbed by that monster thing.
Oh shit, yeah.
Yeah, so they're kind of all doing that little trick now to try and draw you in within the first episode.
I don't know why I made an allowance for Stranger Things then. Let me see. I'll try another episode.
You got a soft spot for the retro stuff, I feel.
I got a soft spot for the retro stuff. I've got a soft spot for sci-fi. Yeah. Sci-fi because it's new territory. Yeah. It's feasible enough because it's based on facts. Yeah. So you're kind of like using factual based elements to create something that's new. So I feel like it can happen. Yeah. Like, you know, you look at what the things you look at Star Trek, the first ones, the things they were using to communicate with, they were iPads basically, bruv. They now exist. Yeah. Do you know what I mean? Yeah. And we literally can be like, all right, atmospheric conditions in Australia right now, we can literally check anything. So then there's that. And that's what excites me. But then there's other bits of creative, like creative TV and stuff. And I'm like, if it's a factual based thing, it's kind of the opposite. There's nothing new. Like I can go and read about this, or I might have read about it already. So I'm like, I kind of stay away from that stuff, like the Steve Jobs films and stuff like that.
I think Hollywood is struggling though to make good sci-fi series because I feel like where do you go from Star Trek? So every idea that existed in Star Trek, which is like 70, like in the 1970s and 60s, has kind of like come to fruition now. Yeah. So what kind of new tech can you show in a series made in 2016?
And that's where Stranger Things stepped in. I think that's where it covered it because they went back in time. Yeah. But they showed us some stuff that was a bit freaky and they added in like a horror element of horror to it and stuff. And they got us with a good soundtrack. So I think that was the trick of doing it because you're right. We've seen wormholes. Yeah. We've seen traveling so fast that you can travel through time. Yeah. We've seen teleporting. Yeah. We've seen laser fights. We've seen laser swords. Yep. We've seen people with superpowers. So evolved humans, right? So you're right. It's hard to do it. Maybe I don't know, but I do have a soft spot for sci-fi. Like if it's sci-fi, I'm in. Yeah. Like get me, I'm in. So like that's why Iron Man as a superhero and Batman. Yeah, Batman. I find it's feasible, bro. Like somebody did the maths. You've seen the articles out there where someone like calculates how expensive it is to be Batman.
And obviously we looked at last week's episode 55, and we looked at the thingy's suit.
There we go. Yeah, an actual Batman suit. Yeah, an actual Batman suit. It's sick. Check out last week's episode for that. Anyway, we've like killed well over an hour now, talking about all sorts. Yes, sir. I've been Marcus Bronzy.
I've been Funk Butcher.
And who have you been, Bill?
I've been producer Bill.
Cheers. There's plenty of ways to kill an hour out. Oh, we've already done that once. Do it again. There's plenty of ways to kill an hour out there. Thank you for killing one with us. When will we hear them soon? No, we'll be in your ears soon. Pause.
Eesh.